Have you experienced that when you prepare your lunch or your dinner, there is something that is missing on the flavor? Too simple? Well, today I bring you delicious recipe. This is an Ecuadorian Ají Criollo Salsa. So let's go. We have here 2 jalapeños and 2 serranos. First of all, I recommend using a clove. Chili peppers usually have oil, and if you pass your hand over your face, it can burn. So we cut the sting of the chili, then we cut the chili into half. We remove the seeds and cut our chilies into very small diced. If you want the salsa to be spicier, you can add some of the chili seeds to it. We'll use 1 tomato, which we will also cut into small diced. A way that works quite well for me with the tomato is to gently cut it with the back tip of the knife to insert it. But remember, you must pass the knife slowly, and as you cut it, do not press it so that it does not fall apart. Tomatoes are usually very delicate. And by the way, don't forget to subscribe to my page and also comment on what you thought of this recipe. I'm using 2 small onions. I cut off the top part and leave the bottom part where the root was, since this will help prevent the onion from falling apart easily. So, just like the rest of the vegetables, I cut it into small diced, and if you want, at the end, you can cut them again as small as you want. Let's continue with crush a clove of garlic and chop it finely. Remember that the more you mince, the more flavor your salsa will have. Let's finally chop 5 stems of cilantro. The bright, citrusy, and slightly peppery flavor will provide a fresh contrast to the spiciness of our salsa. And now we are going to use 1 lime. And you know I have had experience with the limes in the United States. In Ecuador, we call this kind of, in the form and color, limon. But there is a big difference. These limes usually tends to be more fruity in here, not so tangy, but in Ecuador are very tangy. So sometimes when I need to have something more tangy, like a salsa or a ceviche or something like that, I usually tend to add a little of apple cider vinegar, to try to have more tangy to the flavor. So let's cut our our lime. It looks like lemon for me in Ecuador. Let's add a tablespoon of olive oil and salt to taste. And mix very well all the ingredients. And here you can see our delicious Ají Criollo Salsa. Right now I have a very simple dish with just some piece of sourdough bread, and I put my delicious Ají Criollo in a small bowl. You can eat it even like a kind of bruschetta. You can eat it with plantains, patacones, empanadas, in a fish or chicken or rice. It's up to you. So let's try it. It's hot. Disfrútalo y vívelo. Share and follow for more videos.